Cyanide, the poison of kings, spies, and legends. A faint smell of bitter almonds. A collapse. Death within minutes. For over 200 years, cyanide has been the poison of choice for spies, dictators, and murderers alike. But how much of what you think you know about it is actually true? Today, we're breaking down what cyanide really is and busting the myths that Hollywood built around it. Let's start simple. Cyanide isn't one single substance. It's a term for any chemical compound containing a carbon atom triple bonded to a nitrogen atom. The most infamous forms are hydrogen cyanide, gas and cyanide salts like potassium cyanide or sodium cyanide. Here's the terrifying part. Cyanide doesn't kill you by burning you up or shutting down your lungs directly. It attacks your cells at the mitochondrial level, blocking an enzyme your body needs to actually use the oxygen already in your bloodstream. So even with oxygen flowing through your veins, your cells essentially suffocate. That's why symptoms, headache, dizziness, a racing heart can appear within minutes, and why severe poisoning can escalate to seizures and cardiac arrest terrifyingly fast. And here's a twist most people don't know. Cyanide occurs naturally. It's found in cassava root, apple seeds, and apricot pits. Your body can actually handle tiny amounts. It's only in concentrated doses that it turns lethal. Cyanide was formally identified in 1782 by a Swedish chemist, who, in a grim twist of irony, is believed to have died 4 years later from exposure to it in his own laboratory. But cyanide's darkest chapters came in the 20th century. During World War I, it was tested as a chemical warfare agent. Decades later, it became one of the most horrifying instruments of the Holocaust, used in the form of Zyklon B in Nazi gas chambers. It also became the suicide method of choice for high-ranking Nazi officials facing capture. Heinrich Himmler and Hermann Göring among them. Some historians even believe Adolf Hitler used a cyanide capsule in his final moments in the bunker. Cyanide's legend as the spy's poison isn't just fiction either. Intelligence operatives during the Cold War carried cyanide capsules as a last resort to avoid capture and interrogation. And it's touched pop culture through real crimes too. In 1982, someone laced Tylenol capsules with potassium cyanide in the Chicago area, killing 7 people in a case that's never been solved. It permanently changed how medicine bottles are sealed. That tamper-proof safety seal on your painkillers today exists because of cyanide. Now, let's bust some myths. Myth 1. You'll always smell bitter almonds. Movies love this detail. A detective leans over a body and says, "I smell almonds." In reality, only about 1 in 5 people can genetically detect that smell at all. It's an inherited trait, not a universal warning sign. Myth 2. 1 apple seed will kill you. Apple seeds do contain a cyanide. You'd have to chew and swallow an enormous quantity. We're talking hundreds of crushed seeds for it to be dangerous. Swallowing a few seeds whole, seed coating intact, is essentially harmless. Myth 3. Cyanide is instant. Popular fiction shows characters dropping dead the second poison touches their lips. In reality, depending on the form and dose, death can take anywhere from a few minutes to several hours. Myth 4. It's untraceable. Modern toxicology can detect cyanide exposure through blood tests and other markers, even sometimes after death. The idea of the perfect, untraceable poison is largely a fictional trope. So cyanide isn't the instant, silent, undetectable killer of spy movies. It's something far more complicated. A natural compound. A wartime weapon. A political tool. And a stubborn part of criminal history that still shapes the safety seals on the medicine in your cabinet today. Truth, as it turns out, is stranger and slower than fiction.